Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making French onion soup in the Power XL air fryer grill combo. Alright guys, I'm starting out here on my Power XL. Now for you who aren't familiar with this is a multi-cooker air fryer and grill combination. A grill plate lays in here and heats up and you can grill on it, or you can cook right in the pan. Now I just set on Saute 300 degrees and I have a mess of onions here, 3 or 4 large big onions I sliced up. We got to get them in there and get them sauteing and caramelizing down. So I have roughly about 3 tablespoons of butter there. And you don't want your heat real high to do this, guys, because you don't want to burn your onions. You want to slowly saute them and caramelize them down. And this is going to take a little while. This might take every bit of 20 minutes to a half hour, but you have to be patient. Now I'm going to add in my onions. You want to use a lot of onions because they're going to cook down. And this has an air fryer lid that goes on top, closes down. I took that off for just now. I'm just going to go ahead and break my onions up and slowly caramelize them down. Now you can do this on stove top in a regular pot. You don't have to have a fancy cooker to do this. Alright, now that my onions caramelized down, you can see they're a nice rich brown color. I put a lid on them while they were caramelizing down. And it took about 20 minutes. About halfway through I turned the temperature down from Saute 300 to 280, which would be like a medium-low on your stove top. And I add a little more butter in. I'm going to put a splash of red wine in here. Probably about 2 or 3 tablespoons. I have my heat off just right now. Just going to stir that around. And I'm going to add in some beef broth. These are 6-cup containers. I have 2 of them. I don't think I'm going to use all of it, but I have it just in case. And while I'm adding my beef broth, I'm going to turn my cooker onto the simmer setting. That there is equivalent to like stovetop medium. And what that'll do is that'll bring that up to a gentle boil. Now we have 6 cups of broth there. And guys, this is the only second time I've used this cooker, so I'm not too familiar with it. But it does work really nice. I'm going to add some of my second container in here. And I'm going to put in probably about 3 cups, 4 cups. So we're going to have about a total of 10 cups of beef broth in here. Now I'm going to add some seasoning in here. I'm going to go for some salt. I'm going to put in about a teaspoon of salt, and I'll taste that because the beef broth has salt in it, and that cooking one had a little bit of salt in it, so we don't want to get it too salty. Let me grab another spoon so we don't double dip here. And I'll give this a taste for some salt. That already has a good rich flavor from the beef broth and those onions, and as this cooks it's going to get even better. I'm going to add in about another teaspoon of salt, so that's 2 teaspoons of salt. That's good right there. Now I'm going to add in some thyme, dried thyme. I'm going to go for about a teaspoon. I'm going to add in about a half teaspoon of black pepper. And I'm keeping the seasonings fairly simple on this. Now if this doesn't cook fast enough for me, I can turn it back on saute and bring it up to a boil, which that's probably what I'm going to do. Let me taste that. It's tasting good, guys. Now I'm going to add in a little bit of accent. This is optional. What accent is? It's MSG, guys, and it's not as bad for you as they say it is. I'm going to add in about a half a teaspoon. That really enriches the flavor and makes it really delicious. That's good right where it's at. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel our simmer setting, and I'm going to turn it on saute. We'll leave it on saute 350. I'm going to bring this up to a boil, and when it starts to boil, I'll either cut the temperature of saute back or I'll put it on simmer. I'll have to wait and see which works best. Alright, this went for about 10 minutes. I cooked it covered, and I forgot to do it on camera. I added 2 bay leaves in there. So I'm going to go ahead and fish them out of there. Because you want the flavor, but you don't want the leaf in there in the end. Let me see if I can find the other one here. And what I did is I set this on saute high, brought it to a boil, and then I set it to the simmer setting, which is set at like 205 degrees. It keeps it at a nice simmer. I can't find the other leaf, guys, so somebody's going to get a surprise while they're eating their soup. Now what I like to do is I like to add in a little bit of cornstarch. A cornstarch slurry. This here is just going, it's not going to turn into a gravy, it's just going to give it a little bit of body, so it's not hot broth. So let me get that in there. Give that a stir. Thought I found the other leaf there for a minute. Now I'm going to allow this to come back up to that simmer and just simmer for a few minutes uncovered. Just let that cornstarch start to just tighten up just a hair. It's not even going to turn into a gravy because I didn't put enough in there. Alright, my soup is ready. Let's go ahead and fix up a bowl and see what we got. I also went ahead and toasted up a baguette in the oven with some Swiss cheese on it. Let me get here and try this soup, guys. It's really good. You get the beef flavor. You get the onion flavor. You pick up a little bit of that butter that the onions caramelized in. You get the red wine. That's really delicious, guys, and it wasn't hard at all. Alright, there you have it. French onion soup in the Power XL air fryer grill combo. Give it a try. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see ya.